Hi everyone, this is Kaylee. Welcome back. So last summer, I set off on an incredible journey, traveling to 30 countries and exploring 50 cities within 3 months. The Netherlands was my ninth country on this trip, and Amsterdam, the city itself, marked my 12th stop along the way. Amsterdam was nothing short of spectacular with its iconic canals, picturesque streets, and lively atmosphere. In this video, I will take you through some of my favorite moments, including a serene canal boat ride and amazing food. So let's jump in and explore Amsterdam together. The journey to go there wasn't a smooth start. It was a tough travel day, probably the most exhausting one of the whole trip, because my train from Hamburg to Amsterdam was delayed for 4 hours with a stop in Osnabrück, Germany. What made things more stressful was knowing our Airbnb host wanted to meet us in person to hand over the key, so she waited for us until midnight, and I still remember arriving at almost 12 a.m, completely drained after hours on the road, worried we wouldn't make it in time, but we finally got there before the day ended. When we finally arrived at our Airbnb, we were greeted by the host, who was incredibly kind and patient despite how late it was. She showed us every little detail about the apartment, explaining everything thoroughly, which was so thoughtful of her. And you can tell the apartment itself is absolutely adorable, so well created with colorful decorations, and she put a lot of thought into making it feel cozy and inviting. Morning. This is the first day in Amsterdam, and that's my fit today. It's a short dress, white summer dress. Love it so much. The next day, I wore one of my favorite white dresses. I did my hair, applied some makeup, and finishing off with my trusty lip pencil. It felt so good to get ready for a nice summer day in Amsterdam. We're finally out. I started my morning with a stroll from the neighborhood where I was staying to the main canals of Amsterdam. So on the way, I stopped by a cozy vegan cafe called Oliver Green. We ordered some avocado toast, sandwiches, and acai bowl, and of course coffee for our breakfast. But I'm not so impressed by the food there. It was okay for me. I walked along these canals and bridges. They were something I've always seen on Pinterest, and I used to wonder what they'd be like in real life. And now I'm here, it's exactly like stepping into a postcard. It's just as beautiful as I imagined, calm, picturesque, and so uniquely Amsterdam. And then we headed to Caves and then Sun for some shopping. I got myself a small backpack for traveling, and the street itself is gorgeous, like with some shops and boutiques. It was a great spot to explore. Nearby, we went to the Amsterdam Tulip Museum, where I found tulip-themed souvenirs. The museum also had tulip seeds and other unique products for sale. I got 2 beautiful postcards, which collecting postcards is one of my favorite things to do while traveling. As the day went on, we drove through Keizersgracht. I think this is one of the most beautiful bridges, and also many people recommended it online. The atmosphere there was so lively yet peaceful, it's hard not to feel captivated by the city. Next, we make our way to Dam Square and the Royal Palace Amsterdam, 2 of the city's most iconic landmarks. The square was bustling with people, street performance, and energy. We grabbed some fries from Mannequin's Pizza and Rack, topped with mayonnaise as a quick snack break. We walked through the famous Rack and quickly passed the red light district. Since it was daytime, so the area felt a bit quiet, we didn't linger but instead we make our way back towards the canals, completing a loop around the area. For dinner, we have outdoor seating to enjoy the lively street views, and the food was simple but really good. I start my third day in Amsterdam with a homemade breakfast, making coffee with a Moka pot for the very first time. The stovetop espresso maker is something I've never used before. I usually rely on a proper coffee machine at home, so I had to look it up online to figure out how to use it. And honestly, it was a fun little experiment because I don't know how it's gonna taste like. And the result is a strong and rich coffee with a unique taste. It's not bad for a first try. After breakfast, we headed out to explore the museum district, particularly to visit the famous Van Gogh Museum. However, we didn't realize the tickets were fully booked for weeks ahead, and unfortunately we missed the chance to go inside. So if you're planning to visit Amsterdam, make sure to research and book your tickets well in advance to avoid missing out like I did. For dinner, we went to restaurant Keizersgracht, which is well known with traditional interior design and serve traditional Dutch food. We started with their crispy cauliflower balls. And next I had the smoked salmon tartar paired with fresh toast. It was light, fresh and delicious. Finally, I tried a signature stem pot, which is a comforting Dutch smashed potato dish served with mushrooms and vegetarian gravy. Everything was so hearty to fuel up before our canal boat ride. Our canal boat ride in Amsterdam started at around 8 p.m. and we got this map from Eco Boats to help us navigate. The route marked in red was our path, forming sort of like a C-turn that hooks us around some of the most scenic parts of the canals. It was such a great opportunity to explore the waterways, and I think the 2-hour ride gave us plenty of time to take in the views and enjoy the experience at a relaxed pace.
I'm passenger, princess passengers.
The first hours was during the golden hour, with soft, warm sunlight illuminating the city. As far as I remember, it was the hottest day of the year. It's around 32 degrees, but being on the water makes it much more comfortable. The atmosphere was lively yet serene. We saw people kayaking, paddleboarding, and simply just enjoying the canals in their own ways. The boat houses along the water adds its charm, even though we avoid taking pictures of them out of respect for privacy. The combination of gentle ripples on the water and the light breeze make the ride feel incredibly soothing. As we sailed, the beauty of the canal side buildings stood out even more. Seeing the city from the water gave a fresh perspective, revealing angles and details you never noticed from the streets. The bridges we passed under, the trees lining the canals, and the historic architecture all came together to create a picturesque scene. It was a perfect moment to simply enjoy the quiet and peaceful side of Amsterdam.
Oh god.
As the ride went on, the light began to fade, and by the second hour, it was noticeably darker. The city transformed under the soft glow of street lights and the reflections on the water. While we initially planned to catch more of the sunset, the timing didn't fully align, but that gave us two distinct experiences: daylight showing the vibrant life around the canals, and the nighttime offering a calm and romantic side of the city. Thank you so much for watching. Amsterdam was really beautiful, and I hope this video gave you a little glimpse of why it's such a beautiful place. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel adventures. Let me know in the comments, have you been to Amsterdam or it is on your travel bucket list? I'd love to hear your thoughts, and until next time, stay inspired and keep exploring. I'll see you in the next video.